The memorial service for Dick Winters will be held Saturday, March 19 at the Hershey Theatre in Derry Township. All are welcome to attend, and the co-author of Winters' biography, retired Colonel Cole Kingseed, will act as Master of Ceremonies. So that's on March 19 in Derry Township. So if you're in the area, you can go along and pay tribute to the man himself. Some more tributes to Major Winters. Claire Elizabeth Abbott said, "A true hero who led his men without a thought for himself. Be at peace with your men." We have a comment from Schwede, who said, "This time we do salute the man, not the rank. Major Winters, you'll be remembered." Jen said, "This is truly sad. I would not have known about Major Winters had it not been for Band of Brothers. So I'm thankful for the opportunity to have caught a glimmer of the man. My grandfather also served, and I'm going to take Major Winters' passing as a reminder to thank him again, something I usually only do on Remembrance Day. R.I.P. Major Winters." That was from Jen. Peter Christopher said, "Thank you from my family and from my generation. R.I.P. Linda Van Pelt said, "Rest in peace, dear Major Winters, and thank you for freeing our country. You will be remembered always." A person by the name of Bark, as in dog bark, that's the person's username, Bark, said, "Here's hoping Major Winters' final jump to his great reward has a soft landing. I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to learn the stories behind the men of Easy Company, which has given me a greater appreciation for the ultimate sacrifice my great uncle Joey, who is buried in France, made." Dorv said, "I had the honour of meeting Major Winters' nephew and namesake at 101st Airborne reunion in Omaha a couple of years ago. Having never served myself, I hold all veterans in such high respect, but thanks to Ambrose, Hanks and Spielberg, the men of Easy Company, the highest. Major Winters and his contemporaries define the word hero."
We're gonna try Brad now. Dialing the phone as we speak.
Bradford Freeman.
Bradford, this is Nightmare and Ross Owen calling for Black Sky Radio. I want to thank you for taking the time out today to talk with us about Major Dick Winters and the impact he's made on the lives of so many people. Tell us how your feelings and thoughts on the man as you know him.
Well, he was just a nice fella and just good character and all that kind of doing, and no put on, just done his duty.
We understand that you were in contact with Major Winters up until about last year via letter. Is that right?
Yes, sir. The last letter I got from him was typewritten. He always wrote me in longhand, as I call it, just wrote in regular mail. But that time he had it typewritten, and he told me they was moving back, but he didn't say where to. He moved once and twice in the time from one place to another, different address. But this time he told me that the letter said that if I come to Hershey, that I'd better watch out that Ethel was driving. And I know he was picking at her. Cause he told me I better just watch out.
Oh, that's
he was
rich.
driving. Yeah.
Now,
that is the last I got. Of course, he told me in the letter there that he was getting better. And so, I don't know. He was there at one time, he was pretty shaky, he said.
Now, let me ask you this question, Brad. Would you say there was a difference between Major Winters the man and Major Winters the officer?
I wouldn't think so. He was stern enough, and he always told where you could understand it. I mean, he wasn't. I would say it was. You couldn't tell the difference.
I understand that he had a pretty good sense of humor. Most people didn't. Most people didn't think that he would because of his steely-eyed sternness. But from what I understand, he had a pretty good sense of humor on him.
A real good. He enjoyed it. I mean, he enjoyed picking at you a little bit, and he didn't mind you coming back.
Do you have a favorite story regarding his sense of humor?
One time he came in, the barracks we were in was, I call him a half moon, just spread out up over his big black thing in the tin, and the floor was cement was busted up partly, and that's why our barracks. Well, he come in with white gloves on, and some of them said, "With this place," so he told us all to clean our weapons. Yeah, some of them said, "Coming in a place like this with white gloves on," he just said, "Well, y'all clean your weapons." And went on, laughed and went on. He always looked like a little twinkle in his halfway smile or something. I don't know what it was, but it's always pleasant looking. And like he had a little twinkle there. But I never did see him when I thought he was mad or nothing.
Well, I don't think that I would want to see him when he was mad. How would you sum up Major Winters as an officer?
I would say that he had the personality for you to really like the way he addressed you. You would just do what he said do. And it wasn't no harsh way. He just told you the orders, and you followed it. And about half the time, it wasn't just direct, what you'd call a direct order. He just told you what he wanted done, and that's what you do.
Well, it sounds to me like he was an amazing individual, not only to have on your side in a tense situation or in battle, but he brought that over into his everyday life as well.
Yes, it's all about the same. I didn't see it, but one time they told me at Carrington, France, he got upset. I never did see him like he's upset in all the time I was around him, but I heard that he got a little upset there at Carrington. Some of the other boys know what I'm talking about. I was a mortar gunner. I wasn't right direct there. They told me that, what it was, that town was rounded with water. Only way you could cross into town was down the bridge. They had all the bridges zeroed in. So what I heard about it was they got in there and they got in the ditch. They were flying on the thing. He got hit in the leg there on the bridge, and so they said he got to kicking them on the foot, telling them they had to go, and they went.
I thank you very much for sharing with us today your views on Major Dick Winters. I'm just so excited to have the opportunity to talk with you guys today, you and Babe and Bill, and we also talked with Buck Compton. I want to thank you very much for taking the time today to talk to us about Major Dick Winters during our tribute show, and we sure appreciate everything that you and the rest of Easy Company did.
Well, I was proud that I served under him, because he was mighty nice to me all the way through. See, I wasn't one of the old boys. I joined them in February of '44 in Auburn, England.
So you came in as a replacement?
Well, no, sir. not a replacement. I didn't replace anybody. I was part of the 541st that went between the 101st and the 82nd.
I see. Without you guys putting forth the effort, we would be living in a different world to this day.
Well, I thank you.
Well, you're very welcome, and I will gladly bring you back on the show if you're at a different time, because I think we could probably talk all day long.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Brad.
And good night.
Good night.